Good morning, evening, and afternoon, and welcome to episode 40, part 49 of Aokana, no彼方のフォーリズム. I always said the 9 series. Don't know why. Anyway, last time we started off with kind of the prelude before the finals, and we had a talk with the club members. It's a little bit of a talk between them about what has happened, what is going to happen, and their thoughts on Inui and the match. Then there was a bit of the little funny moments with Minori and the broadcasting event part, and then we went straight into the match. So there was quite a lot of interesting bits and pieces here and there. The main takeaways were Asuka has a lot more of an I was going to say insight, but it's more of a view. Her view of Flying Circus is unique compared to the others. She can see something that the others cannot. She felt like there was something off about the match, much quicker than anybody else did. And then only then did Aoi and Masaya start to notice something was strange as well. The only one that wasn't too convinced was Misaki, which does collaborate with the previous statements of how Misaki doesn't think too much about Flying Circuits, more about her movement and her ability, compared to Asuka, who is more about her thought process and how she goes about it compared to her body. And we went into this match expecting, or they expected, the match to be quite easy for Shindou. Not complete victory, but a victory nonetheless. But I knew there was more to it. I felt like there just didn't seem simple. As well as with what I think her name was Inari or something along the lines. Irina, sorry, wrong way. Anyway, Irina was putting a lot of words out saying that it's not true Flying Circus the way they were flying, and you'll see how true Skywalker goes about it. And anyway, there's a lot of things to it, but we knew there was more to it. And we kind of realized it before, but this showed it in more of a light. But how Inui is able to manipulate their opponent into doing certain actions. And even though we can estimate that Shindou and Satoin know they're being manipulated, but even still, they're struggling to turn the tide into their favor. I believe the score right now is 3-2 to Inui, if I'm correct with that. They did touch the buoy recently. Let me just go see if it's in here. I don't think so. It's either 2-2 or 2-3 to Inui. Because I remembered Shindou, I think, touched her twice, and I think she's taken the buoys twice? Yeah, okay, so I think it's 2-2 right now. Anyway, we'll probably get more of those in a bit. But yeah, it's not looking good for Shindou, and this is quite impactful for a lot of people, not just the two flying right now, because this will shake up the Flying Circus in this region. Because everyone, it was quite emphasized that the way people fly in Shito region is more, you have to be either a fighter, speeder, or all-rounder, and you kind of fly in a this is, you fly in a method that is by the books in a sense, whereas Inui doesn't fly like that. She has her own style, and I feel like that is quite similar to Asuka in a sense, where I feel like Asuka isn't held by those three styles either, where she can also spread out. But it's interesting to see what's going to happen now. I'm still expecting Shindou to lose, but it might be a thing where he's behind, but he is just able to outscore her. It might even be a draw. I'm not too sure what happens with a draw. That'd be interesting to learn. Let's see. I don't know what else to say. An air kick turn allows you to perform a high speed turn, but it's not like you maintain that speed. Shindou-san used it to get above her for a moment, but that doesn't last long. Inui used just the basics to get above him once more. She really is made of steel. Seems she was unfazed by Shindou-san's actions too. I don't know, she did have a bit of a... where was it? Oh wait, this is still all the way back there. I'm trying to... Okay, yeah, this was... I'm not used to her having her other name pop. Her surname, yeah. But anyway, Inui was quite surprised here, to me. Or it seemed like it. Another scissors? Is she just going for the same thing again? Shindou-san gives up and jumps to the fourth line. Everything he tries is not working. You can see where he tried the air kick turn going up, but she evaded by also slowly going up and evading him. Then Inui flies over to the buoy and touches it. With that, the score is at 2-3. Okay, so it was 2-2, now it's 2-3. She won again.
二人が距離を置いて動かなくなってしまいました。これは一体何を意味するのでしょうか。実況の難しい試合になってきました。進藤さん、むちゃくちゃにでも突っ込んでいかないと。
The thing is, now that I know Misaki, her ability compared to the others does seem like a lot lower now for some reason. I think it's all about how her thought process and how she views the matches isn't what would be conceived as right. So in a sense, I view this, what she's saying now, is sorry, I'm just mumbling right now. Whatever she's saying right now, I don't think is the right thing to do. Even though I have no idea what would be the right thing to do. Just because of how we've been viewing it. There's no point. He just end up in the same situation again.
だけどこのままじゃ時間切れで。すごいです。
But I wonder how Misaki will take this as well, how Asuka's acting. Because from what you can tell with Misaki's reactions, she doesn't want Shindou to lose. She's quite adamant about he has to win. Whereas Asuka's like, she's just enjoying the moment. She's having fun. But Asuka might take that the wrong way. This is not really exactly what she said. To me, it's more like... This is also a flying circus, isn't it? So she's just happy that she gets to see more of flying circus, a different type of flying circus. Yeah, is what she's saying. Misaki nods, seemingly taken aback. Hope that was not too loud. Maybe this'll work. Shindou-san roars, making the air tremble. However, it doesn't seem to affect Inui at all. She dodges Shindou-san's charge with a high yo-yo. She nets her the high ground once again. Damn, how is she that consistent? Shindou-san desperately struggling to catch her. Yeah, he loses. 3-2. However, time isn't on his side. Eventually the final whistle blows.
優勝は乾咲選手です。決勝戦はゆっくりとした展開でしたが
I switch off the audio. The whole venue is engulfed in a strange atmosphere. Yeah. Everyone was convinced Shindou-san would win. And considering the way the match played out, the final result is hard to swallow. Maybe I'd be just as confused as everyone else if I hadn't talked to Irina-san and Sasawin-san earlier. What is this? I look up at the sky as my eyes cloud over with despair. Is it really that much to be despaired by? Oh, that's a nice picture. That's quite a look, because obviously with her being up in the air looking down, with how she won as well, you can easily say she's looking down on your style of flying circus. And when I do, I spot Inui just hovering there casually. Compared to Shindou-san, who looks dead on his feet, Inui seems not the least bit tired. Suddenly she directs her gaze downward. I wonder, is she looking at him? She's looking right at me. I wonder... I don't think it is. Because one thing that's still stuck in my mind is his old rival. I had originally thought of that as possibly Misaki. But there's a chance that it also might be Inui who has a grudge. Obviously she won in the past, if that were to be her. I wonder. I'm not just imagining that, I swear. I'm sure it's true. Sure, she didn't call me by my name or anything, but I know I'm not wrong. You're next. Huh. Her eyes seem to be saying that. Irina-san's words suddenly resurface in my mind.
本当の FC わかります。
I can no longer deny that claim. She may have fought Shindou-san, but she threw down the gauntlet at me. No, not just me. She's challenged the entire notion of flying circus. She's looking down from above, asking, how long do you want to keep crawling down there? I don't think I'll be able to read it in Japanese, but... I can nearly read that. It's like, いつまでそこにいるつもりだと. How long do you tend to be down there? 上の世界から... Like the world above. Look down from the world above. I think there's something about that, because that's down and look. So I'm saying looking down from above. I don't think it is, but anyway, just wanted to have a look at that. So it didn't seem correct, so that's what I'm saying. Fish evolved into amphibians, leaving their ancestors confined in the water. Primates evolved into man, surpassing their primitive ancestors with their newfound intelligence. contempt in her eyes almost makes me think of her as some evolved being looking down upon the inferior species before her. She has now claimed her throne, and dares any of us to challenge her. Oh, damn it! Grinding my teeth, I glare up at the sky. Sorry if I keep doing this. Yeah, go. However, Inui still remains completely unfazed. She's so calm and collected, it feels like she's claiming she has no need for a heart. Battles stir emotions. And in a sport like flying circus, where tactics play an important role, those emotions are critical. However, this monster before my eyes, they use the word kaibutsu. Bakemono, I'm guessing? I know there's mono, but yeah, I think it's bakemono for monster. Yeah. This can't be happening. Despair. I'm filled with despair. Sorry, I just keep wondering about these words sometimes. Actually, no, I wouldn't even be able to read it if I did. Zetsubo. How are you supposed to defeat someone who invalidates everything you believe in, using only existing methods? I definitely don't have an answer. All I can do is stare up at her without averting my gaze. Yeah, she destroyed him.
3対2なんだから圧倒的ってわけじゃないんじゃ。
Yeah, I was gonna say, she didn't, well, in terms of score, no, but she kind of did. He didn't have a chance to defeat her. No, she was toying with him. Those 2 points were basically bait. I've never seen such a one-sided match before. I get that she doesn't want to admit the person who beat her was no match for Inui. However, there's nothing to be gained from denying the truth.
Kochi!
Asuka's looking at me with sparkling eyes. From what we gathered, he does not have an idea. I don't know. We'll have to start by analyzing the match.
Asuka wa Shindou-san ga maketa koto nanimo omowanai no?
Yeah, that's why I feel like why Misaki didn't like that. Because you can consider Shindou and their school's club as friends in a sense. I mean, you did have a training camp with, and you got close connections with. So when you see a person just laugh, smile, and have fun at someone you thought closely of, having just lost.
Doki-doki shimasu.
Misaki lets out a dry laugh.
そっか。ドキドキするんだ。はい。
I thought that remark would make Misaki's blood boil, but she just smiles as she looks at everyone. Yeah, I thought as well. I thought she might not have taken it correctly, but yeah.
じゃあ、今日は解散ってことだよね。あー、お腹減った。コンビニに寄って帰ろ。
I feel like this is one of her things of saying she just wants to leave or be alone, or can see she's not 100% there.
お供します。
What about you, Asuka?
私はもう少し会場に残っていたいです。余韻に浸っていたいというか。そっか。私は腹ペコだと死んじゃうので先に帰ります。待ってくださいよ。
Mashida runs after Misaki. Man, she's walking awfully fast for someone who's supposedly dying of hunger. Oh, interesting. What should I do? So I'm guessing this is Wait, was this to ask Misaki, right? Yeah. So I believe this is for the decision for one of them for Misaki's route. You go and talk to her. Watching her leave is not for her route. The thing I'm struggling with is I don't want to get hit with a dead end. I have not done a vision novel in such a long time where they had a thing where you'd get a dead end if you were indecisive in your choices. So whenever I see these types of things, I'm still always a bit cautious. But we're not going for Misaki. If I recall, my route decisions were Rika, Mashiro, Misaki, and Asuka. I think those were my 4 planned routes. So for now, I'm still sticking with Rika.
Misaki ショックだったみたいだね。
Yeah. Not surprised. She's probably not used to feeling so powerless. Hey, make sure to try and cheer her up.
わかってるけど、ひなたくんもちゃんとしておいてね。
I'll do what I can.
みさきちゃん、様子が変でしたね。あんな試合を見せられたら変にもなるよ。どうしてでしょうか?
I was gonna say, I think Asuka wouldn't understand that. To her, it was just an enjoyable match, a fun match to see people flying about. Whereas Misaki, it was a lot more emotionally connected to that match. Do you really not understand?
はい。
クラシナは大物だな。多分、飛沢は神道を目標としていたんだろう。
Yeah, we could see that from their first training match. You could see that. Wouldn't you be shocked if you just watched your role model lose? I don't think she would. Oh, I guess she would. And in this case, it seemed like he never even had a chance.
私、あの試合を見ていて興奮しちゃって、空気を読まないことを言ってしまいましたか?
So I was near the end part.
私、あの試合を見ていて興奮しちゃって、空気を読まないことを言ってしまいましたか?
So the end part here is quite a well-known phrase in Japanese. It's more kuki. The particle. I can't remember it. I think I can just see the particle here. Sorry about this. I just like to do this. Kuki o yomanai koto. So kuki o yomanai is like to be unable to read the atmosphere, to read the room. You can't read the room. And here she's saying in Japanese like, because I was unable to read the room, I said something I shouldn't have, in a sense. So yeah, this is just a shortened version of it. But this is what I would say is what the last part said, but I think it was more about not being able to know that you said it.
あんまり気にしなくていいよ。アスカちゃんは美咲じゃないんだからさ。でも今からでも追っかけて謝った方が。
I think it would be bad. Don't bother. It's not like you've done anything wrong.
そうだぞ。決勝戦は面白い試合だったんだから。そうだろ、マサヤ。
Yeah, too interesting if you ask me. So, duck my gaze up at the sky and take a deep breath. I wonder how things will change. In terms of both Flying Circus as a whole and our club, I mean. I have this sinking feeling that things will never be the same again. That makes my heart sting just a little bit. I'm guessing ending for the first part? Nope. I thought this was going to be parts, chapter end, but okay. There we go. I land at the school's terminal and look up at the sky. It's as blue as it gets thanks to the summer sun that's shining brightly. Summer's still in full swing, huh? Obviously. The summer tournament may be over, but that doesn't mean the season is. In fact, it's just getting started. Now that we're done with the tournament, I need to check in on how everyone feels. Otherwise it'll be hard to figure out how to schedule practices. Most people would feel drained after what happened this weekend, so I've got no right to blame them if they choose to skip out on practice today. So I take it this is probably the day or the day after, like I think the match was like on Friday and Saturday or Saturday and Sunday. I think it's maybe Monday, Tuesday now. Still, I hope they come. And not just because that showed that they're motivated. I've got a far more personal selfish reason. I can't express my current emotions properly, but I feel kind of uneasy. So maybe that's why I want to see them. However, I pulled out my cell phone and checked the time. Guess I got here a bit early. Right, I forgot there was also that that event that is going to happen, but I don't know if that's going to be happening in her route, but Rika will be joining the club for practice, but I'm not too sure when. The idea of sitting in the club room all by myself feels a little sad, honestly. Plus, I wouldn't want to creep out whoever shows up next. Guess I'll kill some time in my classroom. There's no one here in the classroom. It's summer break, so that makes sense. Oh, I see towels and bags under a few desks. Guess some people left them behind before heading to their club meetings. Phew. I sit at a desk near the window and gaze out of it. And when I do, I hear some spirited yells coming from outside. Seems some club is out jogging today. What do I do? Vague, unclear thoughts spin around inside my mind. Am I still worked up over what happened yesterday? Sure feels like it. So it is the next day. So in the end, no one showed up, huh? Man, I was sure at least one of them would. Maybe I should go check the club room. Alright. Stand up and leave the classroom. They're probably all waiting for him at the club room. Oh.
Kochi!
Asuka comes walking my way. You're here early?
そんなことありません。ちょっと寝坊してしまいました。
You slept in and you're still this early? I'm impressed. Well, you've got some time to kill.
いえ、実は。
Is something wrong?
私、夏休み前、最後の日直だったんですけど。
Uh-huh. Oh, okay. Why does that matter?
黒板消しの掃除をするのを忘れていて、それがすごく気になってるんです。だから、コーチは先に部室に行ってください。
Okay. Okay. Asuka runs off toward the main school building after hearing my response. She's a good kid. Huh? So I just want to see what they say with the good kid. Iko? きっちりしているような、してないような. Can't read that unfortunately, It's more like got her head on her shoulders in a sense. She's able to do things the right way in a sense. I wouldn't say it's a good kid, but yeah.
Huh?
But as I arrive, Masha walks out of our classroom in her training suit.
また着替えを覗いてたんですか?
What do you mean again? I've never done that before.
どうも怪しいです。
Nothing smells fishy. Malika didn't tell her anything, did she? It'd be really bad if she did. I'm surprised you already got changed. Must mean you're pretty motivated.
やる気なんですかね。
Don't know why the sound just did a weird skip there. Well, I'm kind of hoping you are. So if you don't know, I'm just gonna assume that's true. Why does she look so pissed all of a sudden? wonder if that's a word to use. Yeah, she's got a scowl, I guess you could say, but I wouldn't say pissed is a weird way of saying it.
先輩、ちょっと
Huh?
こっちに来てください。いいから。
Hey, Mashiro. She drags me away, forcibly. I thought they were by the bus. I thought the bus was separate from most places. Weird. What's wrong?
ちょっと他の人には聞かれたくない話で。
Is this about Misaki? Is it something that's hard for you to talk about? This is happening right after the tournament, and I did just mention her motivation. An unpleasant possibility crosses my mind.
言いづらくなってくれますかね。
Sorry?
言いづらくなってくれますかね。
Huh? What do you mean?
なんでもありません。こっちだってそうなってみないとわかんないですし。
What? I really don't get what she's talking about.
で、お話なんですけども。
Go on.
今度は俺がいる。
Huh?
俺が絶対真白を勝たせてやるから。
What is she saying? Guess she just wants him to say that to her so that she gets more motivated? I don't know. Oh.
もし忘れてるんでしたら本気で最低です。
I did forget as well, but I think this was him saying this to her during the matches, the tournaments. My memory's just fine, okay? Well, it's more like I just recalled what happened, but she doesn't need to know that. Can't believe I forgot the promise I made her. It's slow to my mind because it's already my job as a coach to lead her to victory.
覚えておられましたか。それは良かったです。で、
what are you getting at?
結果はどうでしたでしょうか。
She got knocked out in the first round. I know she had a strong opponent, but I doubt she'll accept that excuse.
嘘つき。
I'm sorry. I can tell she isn't really mad at me. It feels more like she's teasing me and she sucks. She's probably being considerate in her own way, since I do have a lot to apologize for.
それでですね。ちょっと悩んでるんです。私、まだ部活を続けるべきなのかなって。
I knew it.
先輩はどう思われます？
I think... Huh. This is another one, another choice, right after another. It's interesting. So this is... So this is quite a forceful, I want you to stay. It's almost like this is for her choice. Well, this is for her to think of for herself, let her decide, rather than him being the deciding factor. You should do what you want. Rachel's breath gets caught in her throat when she hears my response. I'm guessing she wanted him to be more... She wanted him to... give the response in a sense. I know she probably wants me to reassure her, but that doesn't feel right. After all, I'm the one who broke our promise. That's all there is to it. Mashiro heaves a heavy sigh.
よかった。先輩のこと嫌いで。そうじゃなかったら大変なことになってました。
Sorry. Mashiro merely responds with a faint smile. What a nice girl. I made the right choice. It wouldn't have been right to ask her to stay just because I want her here.
まあそれはそれとして、先輩、約束を破ったペナルティは覚悟してくださいますよね。
You want to sell the score, huh?
散々私と美咲先輩の中を引っかき回してくださったお礼をしないと。
Ah, great. Of course, that's what this is about. Well, maybe letting her do this will help us bury the hatchet.
この場限り尾を引かない、後々話を引っ張り出さないということで。
You know, you're really making it sound like I'm in for a world of pain.
安心してください。平手の一発くらいですから。
So I don't think they used the word slap, but I'm guessing that's what's being insinuated here. Are you gonna slap me?
はい、目を閉じて歯を食いしばって。
Because to me it was more like hit, I think is what the word she used. I do as she says and brace myself for a stinging pain. I don't think she is going to. Nothing? Huh? She's gone. Mashiro? I open my eyes, but she's no longer there. In her place, I see Misaki? Oh. Sorry, I just want to see if we can see this. Thank you. Why did they do... So I just don't know how you say his name again. I don't think we have a voice for him. I can't read their names in Japanese, unfortunately. I don't think they have a thing for Masaya. No, they don't. How do they say his name again? Does she call him by Masaya Senpai or Hinata? Sorry, I want to see why. Oh, whoops. Anyway, I should take a picture of this for later. Oh crap. Oh wait. Sorry, the thing skipped for some reason. I'll go back to it now. Anyway, I'm guessing the kanji was wrong here, but obviously you can't really misspell that in English or properly. So hold on a second. Okay, so I took a look at the I wanted to see what Masaya's name was properly, and the change mainly is just this kanji here. This kanji is using the day kanji. This part here and this part here are both the day and a day, but in his proper name he has two underneath the one rather than just the one here. So she misdid his kanji there. But obviously you can't really do that in English, so they had to make adjustment, I guess you could say. Anyway, idiot, you misspelled my name. Crap, my voice is shaking. Anyway, I should take a picture of this for later. I'm surprised he didn't hear her drawing in the sand.
ちょっと何恥ずかしいことしようとしてるんですか、変態。
She came back. Says the person who's watching me after pretending to leave. Okay, that's a small little interesting section there.
美咲ちゃんが来ないですね。美咲先輩もそうですけど、青柳先輩は？
Yeah, I don't think. Well, I would have thought Shion would still join, but. Or is this referring to Madoka? Because do they not call Shion Prez rather than Aoyagi Senpai? Or is that just... Okay, yeah, it is Madoka. Madoka isn't coming today. She's over at the broadcasting station with Hosaka to try and get tapes of all the matches. That's a good thing to do. Especially that final one. What was Misaki like yesterday, Mashiro?
いつも通りを装ってる雰囲気はありました。
Okay, let's not waste time waiting for her. Let's start getting warmed up.
わかりました。いつもと同じでフィールドフライでいいんですね。
Yeah, just make sure to maintain stable form.
はい。
two of them had been flying around for the past few minutes. Huh? I hear someone walking up to me. Is Misaki finally here?
や
Oh,
あ、こんにちは。
Shindou. Interesting. I didn't expect Shindou. Oh, Shindou-san. What brings you here?
君たちの様子が気になってね。それでやってきたんだ。
Interesting, but I feel like that's not the main reason. And we were worried about him. I watched your match.
無様なところを見せてしまったね。申し訳ない。
Hey, don't apologize. I mean, he's probably the most beat up about it.
この僕が憧れの日向君に美しく完全勝利を見せられなかったのは残念で申し訳ないよ。
I did notice it during his match, but he's quite interesting where feels like he's got a different personality when he's flying. That's surprising. He seems to be over it already. I doubt that.
まあそれに僕にはまだ仕事が残ってるからね。落ち込んでる暇なんかない。
What work?
なあ。ほら、隠れてないで出ておいでよ。君から頼まないと意味がないだろう。
Is this Rika or SunaeVN? I'm guessing Rika. Who's he talking to? Someone pokes their head out from behind Shindou. How did you not notice someone behind him? Yeah, Rika.
こんにちは。
Ichinose?
彼女とあと佐藤くんから聞いたよ。なんでも今後こちらの練習に参加させてほしいって頼んだそうじゃないか。
I feel like I can hear SunaeVN-san going, "It's SunaeVN," all the way from Sakafuji's club room. Right, we talked about it after the first day of the tournament.
それでだ。僕の方からもうちょっと踏み込んだお願いをしたい。
Huh? She wants something more? Wait, she? Oh, well, they're saying, well, now we want you to go one step further. But then why say she? Okay, I don't understand why they said she then. So how would I do this in my sense? They want something more? Because I don't understand why they would say she. Anyway, even Shindou-san's here, so this must be one serious request. Unless they're referring to... Now... She would like you to go one step further, or... I don't know, anyway, it just, to me, it just seemed a bit off.
ほら、言って。一ノ瀬くんが自分で言いますって言ったんだろ？
I mean, like, she could have asked when they were home.
でもちょっと心の準備を。
Ichinose takes a deep breath.
日向さんに。
Regarding to Masaya? The strained look on her face, like she's swallowing a bitter pill or something.
私のコーチをお願いしたいんです。
Okay. I found that interesting for a few things. One, that's something you would not really say in front of another your normal school coach. Obviously, Shindou was part coach for them as well. Is it maybe that because he's so focused on himself, on proving himself, and that there's so many members that he can't coach everybody else perfectly? It's the only thing I can think of. Okay. Huh? Oh, what? Your coach? Ichinose looks dead serious. And this doesn't seem to be a spur of the moment decision either.
無茶なお願いなのは分かっている。君は何より砂浜のコーチなのだからね。
But why him? because from my perspective, he doesn't really have the great ability as a coach right now. Well, right now that is. He could still improve, and he still is a rookie as well. So. But, Okay. Yeah.
それでもなお君にお願いしたいのには理由がある。それは
You want me to help her break out of her shell?
なんだ、佐藤君が先に言ってたのか。
Not about coaching her, but she did mention something along the lines when we last discussed Ichinose.
それなら話は早い。その課題を克服するためには高藤の流れではない血が欲しいんだよ。
Our brand?
もちろん僕自身も彼女の指導には協力する。船浜の子たちに教えられることも多いだろうし。
Why go out of his way for another club? Sure, obviously he idolizes Masaya, but it feels weird. But also because, what about his club? I'm sure that'd be a big help, but Shindou would definitely help our players improve leaps and bounds. Hell, that might even be enough to motivate Misaki again. You actually want to do this, right, Ichinose? I need an honest answer here.
もちろんです。私がちゃんと自分でお願いすることなのに部長に付き添っていただいてしまって、皆さんへのご指導の傍らで面倒をおかけするとは思うのですが、どうぞよろしくお願いします。
What's the right call here? Ichinose does have a ton of potential, so this could be interesting. I'm sure she'll go far if she manages to change her rigid playstyle. But I'm already Konohama's coach. Training someone from a rival school seems a little iffy. Wouldn't everyone think I'm giving her special treatment? So I'm guessing this is another choice show. No, okay. Oh, well, what should I do? Yeah. So they're throwing out a lot of choices now, but I think that's because we're getting close to the end of the common route. So I'm guessing that is where it makes me feel like the previous decisions were meaningless, and you only get to choose your routes mainly from here onwards. My reply is, if you're fine with it, I'll do it, because she's the first route. If you're fine with me, I'll do it. Ichinose may be a Takafuji student, but she's a lot more than that to me. Even putting her flying circus skill aside, we're going pretty close thanks to our little chats. I feel like coaching her would be really fun.
これでいいのならって、そんな言い方は嫌です。
What she's saying here is more about, if you're fine with it, then sure, then I'll do it. She doesn't like it like that. She wants it to say like, I would love to do it, or like, not because she wants it. She wants him to do it because he wants it. Huh?
だって私は日向さんだからコーチをお願いしたんです。他の人だったら。
Sorry. Shindou-san, who has been listening to our exchange this whole time, chuckles.
うちで誰かにコーチをお願いするにも不満げだったぐらいだからな、一ノ瀬君は。
部長
まあ願い通りになってよかったじゃないか。
Ichinose shoots a reproachful glare at Shindou-san. It's weird that she wants me specifically. Does she have something other than practice in mind?
じゃあ快諾いただけたことだし、僕はこの辺で失礼するよ。
では私も。
何言ってるんだ。これからお世話になるんだから、今後のことについて話し合っていきなさい。それじゃあ日向君、頼んだよ。
I see you're quite the saddest. Do they use that in Japanese? Yep, does.
僕は人によってはド M にでもなれる男だよ。それじゃあこれで失礼する。
More of a switch? But he's saying he's more of a masochist than a sadist, so yeah. And with that, Shindou-san takes his leave. What a weirdo. Sorry, I'm just checking something quickly. Okay, that's about it. Just checking time because I paused the previous one, so I wasn't sure how long I've been at it, and it is about time. So yeah, perfect time anyway. So we're going into a new arc, I guess you could say, probably the route soon, because they kept throwing out decisions. We're probably gonna get another decision soon for it's for Asuka to really decide the route. So we can expect that to go on soon. So yeah, we're gonna start Rika's route soon. And yeah, I don't know. Her asking to be a coach in front of Shindou-san, and sometimes it just makes me feel like they're just doing this just to progress the story in a sense. I don't know if I'm coming across this correctly, but from what I can view it as, you normally wouldn't want to separate yourself from where you have been, or more like your coach is right there, so asking someone else to be your coach is kind of saying that your coach isn't fit for the job, or yeah. Well, anyway, we don't know how Shindou-san views it, and obviously so this was also partly because of Sato-san and Shindou-san, so they probably have both agreed for it anyway, so yeah. As for the match itself from earlier, nothing much to really to add. We only saw the end of it. We kind of expected that ending, and the outcome that came afterwards was also kind of what I expected to happen. I expected a bit more from Misaki, but we might have seen more once we had selected her decision there. We might have seen more of a reaction. Oh, that's interesting. I can't wait to go see how this is going to progress. We are... Where are we going next in a sense? What's next in the story? The only thing I knew about was training her with the rest of them. And then a future tournament that Shion and Shindou can't participate in. Yeah, that's the next thing to do. So yeah, that'll be it for now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please let me know your thoughts. I'll see you all next time.